Hello, brothers. That's a fly and talk. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down to 10 minutes, but if it go over 10 minutes, that means it's something very important. And of course, I would like you to listen. I sound like a robot. I sound very fast. I got to go a little faster like a rapper. Like Busta Rhymes. You know who Busta Rhymes is? But anyway, if you have any comments, suggestions, or insults, you put it down below. You can make little comments here and there. It's okay. Peoples. I'm really a type of person that really likes to humor you just a little bit, but also put a positive message, but it could be maybe dark too. Okay? I'm not all for the light. I told you this. Now, okay. Since I got your undivided attention because of my eyes, my tick, and my forehead of knowledge. Okay. Please understand that I am wasting a little bit of your time so I can skedaddle. Most of you. Because most of you are idiots. And you are not worthy. Okay. Worthy of the pandemonium of the emerald pill. Okay. Most of you are still under the influence of the red pill, or even the black, or the purple, you may say. No, I am not. Woozy. I am not that. Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean, I am. Okay. I have all the knowledge. I am all-seeing. I am your God. And you should worship me today. Right now. But I digress. Now, on to the subject. This video is going to be about, I want to say that I'm going to talk about something that's very vital to MGTOW, very vital to the real men out there, because 30 to 40% of the men are mostly sips or thugs or even hustlers who feed off of the lust of pussy, used pussy. They wish to sell it, okay, and abuse it, okay, all right? They're a daddy, okay? You know what I'm saying? A daddy. They'll whip a bitch with a hanger, okay? I'm far beyond that. I don't want the motherfucking cup, okay? I don't want the cup of Pimpology. But this is what this video is going to be about. My version of Pimpology. Now, back in the days when I was a child, okay, 16, 17, 18, and I was in school and stuff like that, I thought that Pimpology was basically just a man basically beating his whores of Babylon, which is used. And I always was curious about this thing. I used to see this guy in the hallway. I used to go to Westinghouse High in Pittsburgh. And there was this guy, he was very attractive. He would walk down the hall with 3 women, okay, and I was like, I'm thinking he is a pimp, okay. That's when I encountered this guy after a certain amount of time. After I went through some hell with a female, okay, which I never got asked for. I know people are going to want to make fun of me because I seen pussy, but I didn't get pussy. I seen pussy, but I didn't get pussy. And you believe this shit? You really believe that I seen females naked and didn't get pussy? Of course. I'm saying it's true. I'm just a 30-year-old, 40-year-old virgin. That's exactly what motherfucking happened to me, right? And you believe me. You have to believe me, okay? You have to believe me. Okay, you see me with my glasses sometimes. I'm just rambling on. But when I saw this guy, as I was crying in the hallway, and I told you about the story before, and I was weeping and crying and understand, how can I see her butt naked and I ain't get no ass? And then my locker gets burned down, and then he sees me, he says to me, why are you weeping? I see you all the time in the library, he says to me, and I said, I never got a possess, and she left me, okay, and I'm like, she was never with you, he said. Most women are never with men. This is a fucking fact. This is a motherfucking fact. I am getting tired of when people say, this is my wife. This is my wife. This is my woman. But its actuality is called property. And females will get offended. Oh my goodness, he said property. He said my property. Whew. My goodness, man. I was a very funny individual. Highly intelligent, but I was neglected by women. And even some of the thug guys was like kind of feeling sorry for me because my teeth was fucked up there in those days. And I had periodontal disease and stuff like that. I remember that. I remember that sorrow. And I remember when all those days I was actually suffering. But I woke up. He said, go in that library and study women. You motherfucking fool. You sit motherfucker. I didn't know what a sit was. A mangina? I didn't know what a mangina. I didn't know what. Back in those days, I didn't know what none of those terms were. I didn't know what that. Pussy whipped. I didn't know what it was. PW. I didn't know none of those terms until I realized I was missing something. I said I was gonna commit suicide. I was gonna commit seppuku like the Chinese. Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Oh my God! I was gonna rebirth myself back into this earth and realize that I was a fool for some pussy. I could not believe so. But to keep going on with my stories, that I was like, I had to study more terms and terminologies of how to overcome this drive between my legs. I should just be a fucking monkey, just chop the motherfucker off. Get that motherfucker out of there. until I came up with a creative idea to fuck him in the ass and fuck him up the pussy and fuck him in the mouth without even using my fucking real dildo. I mean, my real penis, my real dick, my shalong. I'm just packing heavy, baby. I used to carry a book bag and people look at me like, hey, I'm packing, motherfucker. I learned about the dildo and I seen various different sizes and stuff. And then I go into the porn stores and I started doing some research on Hustler magazines and Maximum, right? Penthouse, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, yo, I couldn't believe I was almost wasted. I didn't have a daddy. I had a fucked up stepdad, okay? But I forgive him, though. Because it really wasn't his fault, okay? You know, he went through some things, too, similar to most simps in the world. But then I realized something. I said, I don't want to be like my daddy. My daddy never taught me anything, okay? The only thing he did is house me and clothe me a little bit, okay? And whine a little bit, okay? Well, my mom did what she wanted to do, okay? But I respect my mom, because my mom was pretty much fucking strong as hell, right? My mom was strong. But I can't talk about it too much, because I don't want people to hate on me too much. But you know that 70% of the world's population is whores of Babylon. But I'm not saying my mom's a whore of Babylon. Okay? So I'm not trying to say, hey, maybe she was. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know for fact. I see some facts. Okay? I don't know nothing. And I don't want my mom to whip my ass if she does happen to see this fucking video. But I digress. Now, this is my version of all the pain and suffering I went through. I try to help fellow men out there because they're the ones who mold the world, but then the women are actually fucking the world up indirectly, you know, with their vaginas, the used, busted vaginas, or the coochie box, okay, coochie boxes, okay. As you already know that most women are very good in bed, okay, so you gotta actually pick and choose. So I'd rather teach. I'm a teacher, so I only choose virgins to. You know, I've already mentioned that many times before, right? Okay. Virgins, raw, only. I say this all the time to you little motherfuckers, all the time, all the motherfucking time. Your penis should go into virgins. Not stick it in a female who is basically a used virgin, because you will catch something, okay? It's not just a physical fucking thing. It is a spiritual mother. Hallelujah. The womb is sacred as oats and seeds and berries. Please, 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 listen. This is my version of Pimpology, and I wrote it down. I took some notes, and I have to look at the notes so I can keep up to teach you. That's a little bit of my past. But of course, okay, as you go into my past, you can look up My Ethiopian Wives. My Ethiopian Wives, when I was in Ethiopia, okay? And you can see that I got her sister, okay? And I got other videos of different girls up on there. But I'm planning on doing that. Once I get rid of my wife, if she acts a fool, okay, I'm gonna start doing some video recordings of real girls I actually encounter. Because I'm such an ugly motherfucker like fucking Lil Wayne. Without no money, I'm such an ugly motherfucker, okay? I'm just a motherfucking ugly motherfucker. I love it. But I digress. Now, okay. Let me see. I gave you look at that video and look at all of the bits like my Ethiopian girl. Marthias knowledge, Ethiopian girl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can also check out my past. I'm legit. I'm real McCoy. I have videotapes and recordings. I can sell them and make a lot of money. Okay, just in case if something happens to me, like a collateral damage. Okay. But anyway, I digress again. Now, okay, as I will say to you, MGTOW guys, which would you rather have? You just rather be alone completely like a monk, or would you just rather to have women you can control? See, there's a difference. My thing with Pimpology is not like the one that those type of guys who beat their women, okay, for free and take their money, take like 80% of it, and just give them clothes and shit like that. That's all they want in purses and bag. I'm trying to build an empire. Okay, I want to have multiple wives. If I can't have that, then it's okay, because I have other plans in stake. Okay? So you have to understand that if you bring a woman from overseas who is a virgin, you have to make sure you're taking advantage of her as she tries to take advantage of you. Remember the emerald pill situation. It's very important. Emerald pill, peoples. Go back to the video and watch it. It means pandemonium out of something. You're taking the pandemonium way out of something because you have too much knowledge. You can't just bottle it up. That will be insanity. That would be insane, like the fucking Joker. Okay, the Joker doesn't care about money. Okay, so you have to have some store stable. Let me go down the list here. You'd rather be alone and masturbate the rest of your life? You don't want that, big toe. You don't want that. I'm pretty sure you don't want that. Me, okay, I did that for a while. That shit was not good. That can cause insanity. Unless you keep yourself very distracted with helping other men. Now, that's another subject now here. If you're a missionary to help other men, then you're doing a good job because you're distracting yourself in your seeds and your masturbation. Masturbation is very important. Of course, you know this, okay? All right? But which one do you rather have? You rather have one woman you can control, 2 women you can control, 3 women you have under full control, and they have no escape. Okay, even through your death, they have no escape. That you thought about this shit. You have to think of every motherfucking little tiny thing, right? That's the emerald pill. Okay? You have to go through the justice system and understand how the psychology works. And your psychiatrist and your psychologist, all that shit. You got to figure it all out. But I digress. Now, okay, let's see. Beatings, whips, and chains. These are things you may need to defend yourself. You have them around your house, and you say, I don't need cameras. Who has cameras in their house, okay, to watch what happens, okay? Oh, yeah, somebody told me. Oh, I got cameras. Tommy Sotomayor, he said he has cameras everywhere. I don't need cameras. I don't need fucking cameras. Because I'm a murderer. I am a fucking murderer. I'm a killer. I'll have 2 or 3 bitches and I'll kill all y'all bitches. Just give all you need to do. Give me your social security number. Give me your social security number. A bitch will be like, oh, I'm having sex with this motherfucker. You know how many crazy bitches are here? Like Harley and fucking Joker? You know how many crazy psychotic bitches that love psychotic motherfuckers? They will never snitch on you. They are your fucking pawns, okay? They are your tools, okay? All right? So I got my virgin wife over here. Protected by the state law and situations. Protected by the state and the government. So no matter which way she takes, I am always on the safe side. Okay? How is that possible? She makes money for me. There was no fucking possible way you are bringing any chick in this country and she's not going to work. And you want her to try to cheat behind your back. See, you want her to try to cheat behind your back. You want to manipulate the factors to weave and bob to where you want her to go. All right? Okay. But at the same time, you can explain yourself in the court of law that you tried to do so for a purpose, to prove something. Now, okay, beatings, chains, whips, and they're sitting on the wall, and the woman comes in and says, why is all these things on your wall? Okay, you know what I'm saying? If you're really fearful that she may have stabbed you or trying to hurt you, and you learn self-defense, you even got guns and shit, because you got a pointed gun. You're not going to point a gun at me, and I'm not going to move like a fucking ninja to try to get you, because you got to at least hit me. Not in the head, not in the chest, because you're not hitting me in the head or the chest. I don't give a fuck if you hit me in the arm. If my hand hits you, I'm like the fucking Carnage. Okay? So you gotta think like that. Have a gun sitting there, unloaded. Okay? But you can't, if she gets up, you gotta get up too. You can't trust nobody when you have the emerald pill, right? Let's continue on. Okay, now, you set up things to where you will basically be safe by the law. You study and prepare. Even if you're not summoned, okay, you don't have to go to court, but you still are thinking in that fashion to understand how women can take advantage of you illegally through lying. It's called lying. This is the thing that women usually use to get you. They lie. So you got to lie upon the liar. Okay. All right. You lie upon the liar. Okay. And you have to have evidence more to back it up, because the courts go by evidence, right? Yeah. Right. Evidence. All right, now, but I digress. Let me continue on now here. Okay, let's see. The white man, the black man. Okay, you have to understand that whites pimp differently than blacks. Okay, and you have to understand that I'm almost coming to the conclusion with this video, but you understand my meaning. If you're white, you're a soft. Okay, and that is a representation of not a good thing. Okay, you're constantly begging her, please, okay? Right? You say, please. You don't want to do that. This is why the crackers back in those days gave up on imperialism in order to try to dominate women, like having a mistress, the kings and queens of old, you know what I'm saying? Blase. So they created religion to put fear into most women and people of the world that, even though the Bible says polygamy is okay, this is enticed out there. It's just influenced out there through the white jargon and the imperialist. Okay, so now you understand that pimpology back in those days didn't really work too well, right? So the Zulus still had their wives, and they still do polygamy in different countries, right? Okay, you see how it works, baby? So the more black you go, the more... that's why black women don't deal with black men, because black men are very fucking violent, okay? White men are only violent with weapons, okay, and technologies, while black men will crush you to little pieces and smash you to smithereens, or get you shot or killed. Black men like to fight with their hands. White men like to use some technology. Technology. They'll get you through your computers, okay, or something, right? Well, blacks don't have that capability. So they'll kill you somehow. But you don't hear it in the news because they're only 13% of the population. All of the bad shit has happened to the crackers. Let them fight amongst each other. But if you want to be a pimp, you have to show, okay, that you have full control without going insane to that woman. And if you have to make sure you take down and go crazy and bust your car windows out on purpose to put fear in her ass, do it psychologically. You may not have to put your hands on her. It says in the religion of the Nation of Islam that you can beat your wife with your palm of your fucking thumb. No farther than that. Okay. And that's the truth, baby. So take your thumb and tell her, you gonna get the hell out, or I'm gonna beat you. And if you call the police while I'm present, I'm gonna say, you abused me too. And my therapist says you abused me. Right? And then she's going to lose because she's already known that you're sickly. Right? There you go. You got it. So that's a form of pimpology. That's my form of pimpology. Let me see what else. Take advantage of the insecure psychologies. Okay? Do nothing illegal. Do nothing illegal. And you will prosper. And I will cut it here so you can understand how my mind works when it comes down to it. So peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark, and understand, okay, that you could use your brain and the emerald pill in combination to have more than one wife. Peace.